Was one of the most ecstatic weekends for Liverpool fans, where the Cops won their 20th title in the English Premier League. It was so much fun, a lot of celebrations, and we have this footage for you. So let's take a look at the previous action.
In the English Premier League celebrations in Uganda, it was one of the most ecstatic weekends for Liverpool fans as the Cops won their 20th title. Despite Sloth's first season in England as a Liverpool coach, he defied odds of project building, like so many coaches hired, but maximized the gifts of the same team previously assembled by Klopp. How about a 30-year wait to clinch their 19th title in 2019-2020, and 5 years later they are clinching their 20th to equal Manchester United English Premier League title record. And Sloth's brilliance can't be underestimated, as winning the title with 82 points and 2 losses has been a rare case in the past seasons. It was a team effort of the Cops, as Sloth believed that they are to compete for all titles. The celebrations of Liverpool winning their 20th English Premier League title were not only in Europe but also in Africa, Uganda and Kampala. The official Liverpool fans club, Ugkop, were down at First Sports Fusion in Bugolobi, Kampala, where they also had really wild celebrations. From singing the anthem at the start of the game, celebrating every goal, chanting Sloth's name like Klopp did last season, to singing the anthem over and over again, which shows the premium passion Ugandans have for the beautiful game. Don't forget to turn up for Liverpool's Premier League victory party at First Sports Fusion Bugolobi on May 25th, 2025. Let's take a look at some of the footage from these celebrations.
We are honored to host the legendary Aldrine Nsubuga'S, who is the Vice President of Star Times Uganda. He's here to show us his glaring passion for sports.
Thank you. I'm Aldrine Nsubuga'S Senior. I'm a marketer by profession. Vice President Star Times Uganda, in charge of marketing and communications. That's what I do for a profession. I started supporting Liverpool, I think, in my primary one, P1. It's my mother. It's my mother. It's also my mother who led me to support KCCA, by the way, because she used to work for the manager of the team. And from very early on, I was introduced to the football environment, the setting. But football, Liverpool, it was my mother. And then I had a chance sometime to visit an uncle somewhere in Lugazi who had the black and white TV. There was the English League, and I think they used to show one game over every whatever. I had a chance to watch Liverpool, I think, in my P2. I remember I couldn't miss Ian Rush and things like that. There was I saw John Barnes and things like that. I mean, when I got the chance of watching the team, straight away I had to go there. But the Liverpool name and Liverpool, it was my mother, and somehow I followed it up very early. And also early on I had a chance to go to Liverpool, and that completely changed me very early. So once that stuck in my mind, remember already I was a passionate football fan, Liverpool became Liverpool, and I just allowed one name in my head, that was Liverpool, and that was it. Now, as I grew up, P3, P4, especially when I go to P5 onwards, and I started watching the league, I watched Liverpool play. Ian Rush, John Barnes, who were the game, Ian Mulby, Jan Molby, Hansen. I watched, and even at the underage, because I was a footballer, I could tell a team that plays good football. Because Liverpool was so dominant those days. So the more I watched the team, for me, it was Liverpool. Now, of course, every year that goes, you are getting more mature. I'm embracing Liverpool more. I know more. I do a little research on Liverpool, blah, blah, blah. It just became the only thing for me. It's the only allowance I gave my head. That's how the passion was built. And because I'm a passion person as an individual, anything I love with a passion. Liverpool became Liverpool, and then, of course, all the way to this day. But of course, I told you once I got a chance to go to Liverpool, early on, of course, later I've been there for other times. But once I went there, walked on those streets, once I actually got there, walked on those streets, looked and said, this is once that entered my head, that's when I made the decision. If I ever get a child, my firstborn will be named Anfield. I made all those decisions when I was in P7. I said, Anfield, Anfield, Anfield. My daughter, if I ever, and no wonder, and I had to do it. So once it got into my head, that was it. So, and when I got to understand what Liverpool stands for, when you are in Liverpool and you watch Liverpool, the truth is, it's not a normal football club. It's not. It's not a normal club. When you are there and you see those old ladies and I don't know who, it's the only thing they talk about in Liverpool. It's the only thing they talk about. You just have to, it's infectious. So once I got into that and I saw it and I knew how Liverpool is supported and it got into me, I had to take it up. So that passion and everything, I never looked back. So I had to take initiatives. Remember, you just told me I had so many platforms to use my position to support Liverpool, but also to sell it. So that's why I had to use my platforms at every given point I had from very early on. I just was selling Liverpool, talk about Liverpool. And I know of so many youngsters today who have grown, but they're supporting Liverpool because of me. Because I used to use my platforms on radio, everything. Liverpool, Liverpool. And because I knew Arsenal was talked about, Man U, I had to use, I was the only, I think, person in that environment who was supporting Liverpool. And they said, why don't I use it? So that's how it happened. That's how it came up. And of course, every day that goes by, the success of Liverpool, the legends of Liverpool, the stars of Liverpool, the style of Liverpool. I like stylish football, the style of Liverpool. But for me, it is just the tradition of Liverpool, the culture. It's just a unique football club, and that's what I really, really went for. It's so passionate. It's just a different football club. So for me, once I got there, of course, later on I get my daughter. My firstborn is a daughter and not a guy like me. So Anfield, she's a daughter, so she takes the name Anfield. And that's how it is. And so Aldrine Jr. comes in, but he had missed out of getting the name because it was a girl. Unfortunately, Anfield sounds like a girl's name. So that's how it turns. So she becomes Anfield, then Aldrine has to become Aldrine Nsubuga'S Jr. Then, so that's how the whole Liverpool thing, and of course the tradition of every one of my children must know Liverpool is the club. So very early on, because I had a chance to go to Liverpool early, I made sure every time I got my child, they had to have all those Liverpool things, whether it is bibs or nappies, or that's what I did. So every child who came in, that's how I started. You come, you know, whatever it is, you know, bottles. So by the time they begin understanding, it's red, it's Liverpool, it's that's how it is. And so they had no choice, they have no chance. And yeah, and Anfield is very proud to be who she is, and my kids are very proud. And I continue. Now I have a grandchild, Atara. She's, the first thing she ever saw was, again, she was born in Liverpool, whatever, and whatever, bibs and whatever. So now Atara, the Muzukuru, who is now, I think, 2 years. This year, I think she might make 3 this year. She's Liverpool. So, yeah, and that's how it is. You have to support Liverpool. There's no way. And that's the only time I say a parent is right to be a dictator. So, because if you don't influence your child, someone else will. If you don't influence your grandchild, someone else will. So dictatorship must happen where Liverpool is concerned. You have to dictate it. If you don't, the cousin will, the brother, the neighbor will, the teacher at school will, the newspaper he will read will teach. So dictate, be the influence in your child's life. So that's my principle. I've lived it, and everybody around me, they're all Liverpool, and that's what makes me a happy man. I've always used the word pedigree to make people understand that in football, there are things that can't change. It's like my age now and what I am today is because of my past so many years. That's what defines me. That's what makes me who I am. What made Liverpool is the success of the past. There's so many championships that Man U came to say, we are going to drive you off their patch. That success, it's there, you can't remove it. It's what has built the brand. European success, local success, and all that. When a team has that, when a club has that, it is in your DNA. That's who you are, that's your pedigree. That means, even when you had a bad spell, or have a bad spell, whether it's 10 years, 15, 20, even when you have that spell, it is in your DNA to be a champion. Time will come, you will be that again. That's what happened to Liverpool. Now remember, you are talking about a drought.
Yeah.
That drought was only for the league.
Yeah.
Even in those years when Liverpool was not winning the league, Liverpool was winning the FA Cup, they were winning in Europe, they were winning the League Cup, we were winning.
Yeah.
The UEFA Cup,
Yeah.
we were winning Europa Cup, UEFA Cup.
Yeah.
So even in a bad season, a very bad season, Liverpool could win you the FA Cup in a very bad season. Now, for as long as that's happening, it means you only have to ask what went wrong. Once you do the right thing, the club will start going back to winning ways, which we are patient enough to do. The formula eventually came, and of course, it's Mr. Ugkop who has now reinvented Liverpool to have a formula for us winning again. We already have the pedigree, we have the DNA of winning. You just have to have a formula of making it a habit again, which is the case now. Also, remember, for Liverpool, for some reason, that's why we supported that time, even during that time of drought. For Liverpool, it's never really been about the trophies. You can imagine the young Liverpool fans between 1990 and 2005, before we won the Champions League. The ones who were supporting Liverpool, why were they supporting Liverpool? We're not winning the league. It was Manchester United. It was Arsenal. So what is it that made them support Liverpool? It is something about the club. So anyone who gets to understand or to get to know the club, the behind the scenes, something pulls you to the club because it's just loved in a special way. The fans love the club in a special way. So either that draws you to it or things like the players we had. And that helped us in that time. John Barnes, Ian Rush, Robbie Fowler, Michael Owen. That time, Luis Suarez, Steven Gerrard. There's some individual players that we had. They were just awesome. So anybody who watched them, even when the club was not winning, but you watch these players, one of those players could draw you to Liverpool. So that kept us going. Torres, Sami Hipia, we had players.
Yeah.
So that helped to sustain us. But Steven Gerrard, of course. Once we won the 2001 UEFA Cup,
Yeah.
the treble we won,
Yeah.
Michael Owen and the company, the guys who won that thing. Once we got that, then we won the Super Cup. Then Liverpool became a winner again in Europe. Once that consciousness came back, it was always very easy. We knew that it's only going to be a matter of time. And of course, Rafa Benitez comes, he brings us big names, we win the Champions League again, the big stars come, we with the Torres of this world, the Luis Suarez of this world, then again, the attractiveness of the club, then of course bring on Jurgen Klopp, and now the rest is history. Winning again twice in 5 years is because Jurgen Klopp has reinvented the winning formula. We know how to win, we have the experience, and we are a winning club. So no wonder we had to go back there. So yes, it's been well worth it. I still had the same passion in the time of not winning. I still had the same love. I still have the same. So nothing changes with the Liverpool supporter. We are the same throughout. Yes, because who actually endorsed his signing? It was Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp loved the club so much. That's why he left football. That's why he's not coaching again. The time he spent at Liverpool, he became a fan. He became a real fan, supporter of the club. That's why once he thought, because of the age and the success, he no longer had the energy. He felt he couldn't inspire. He didn't want to just continue with the job for the sake of it because he wanted to see that team continue to win. So he made the right decision at the right time to say, I think I can't motivate this team anymore. I can't inspire them. They've got to keep winning. Let me step aside because I've got no energy. But before I do that, let me prepare for my succession. He took a very practical part in identifying, choosing a successor. That's why on the day of his departure in the stadium, he's the one who sang the Onslaught song. He was telling them, the guy who is coming, I believe in him. He will do it. That's the reason he did it. And because he had already done the home ground, the background, he had laid the foundation, he knew the team lacked nothing. It just needed someone who was like him in approach, in thinking, in mindset. He identified Onslaught. He says, I've done everything for you. You have the skill, you have the talent, you're a good coach. Once you fall in love with Liverpool, I know you can't fail. And if you notice what Onslaught said, I think last week, after the success, the thing he says, you know what? Once you are here at Liverpool, you just can't be anything. You have to become a Liverpool supporter. And he said, the other Sunday when we won the championship, what he saw that day, he's never seen it anywhere, and many teams have won championships, but he had never seen that kind of celebration, which was almost like a worshipping session. It was almost like a family thing. He says that uniqueness is why so many players want to play for Liverpool. It's why many Liverpool fans can't think of anything else. Now, the reason I'm giving you that background to understand that Onslaught comes in a setting which has been prepared for him. Once Jurgen Klopp told the team, I am bringing him, I believe in him, we will be fine. The team believed that because they loved Jurgen Klopp so much. So instead of crying for him, they say, okay, that's why you see Onslaught has done not much. All he has done to just bring in his own tactical input into the team. The rest was already done. The team already has players who have won the championship before, 9 of them. So they have the winning experience, they have the driving passion. We've got good players who came in, and why not? Hungry players, why not? And that's the difference. The reason why Arsenal and Man U are struggling to get back to their old Arsenal and Man U, that example you must see from Liverpool. It's because, and I've said that many times, Ferguson and Arsene Wenger were selfish. They always wanted to be the only legacy at those clubs. It's why Man United, Ferguson never really bothered to really go before he left and really nurture, and he didn't want that. That's why you can look at the people he brought in, recommended. It was nothing near him. But the reason why, because he wanted United ever, amen, to be Manchester is equal to Ferguson. They were selfish. That's exactly what Arsene Wenger did. Arsene Wenger had too much time to prepare for his exit. Too much time to prepare for his exit. He also didn't do it. You know why? For them, it was about Arsene Wenger. Unbeaten, I don't know, invincible, I don't know. That's what they wanted. Now, that's the difference. That's why you've never seen anywhere where a coach comes in to praise the one who is succeeding him, and when the successor comes and they're asking him how he has won the title, instead of crediting himself, instead of saying, oh, we've won it, I have had a great team, he said, you are asking me why I won it? Sing Jurgen Klopp. It's never been done in any club. That shows you the difference of Liverpool. It shows you it's not about the coach. It's not about the manager. It's about the institution of Liverpool. And that uniqueness is the reason why Liverpool will continue winning and winning, because you don't go to Liverpool and remain the same, whether you're a player or not. And that's the difference between Liverpool and the other clubs. The struggles of Arsenal and United is because the people in charge don't care enough about the club. They don't have that thing. It's about the individuals. Liverpool, it's about the institution, about the brand, about the name. Liverpool never lost it anywhere during the season. Actually, Liverpool were better in the second half of the season, like more better than we were in the first half of the season. So I don't know where people get it that we had lost it. If you look at the games won, points acquired, draws, goals scored, matches lost, in the second half of the season and in the first half of the season, the second half is better than the first. So where do people get it that we had lost it? No, the stats and numbers show. And these things, you don't have to argue. They are there. Points accumulated in the second half, more. Goals scored in the second half, more. Goals conceded in the second half of the season, less. More players scoring goals, it was better in the second half. We got better in the second half as a team. Where people get that, I am not sure where they get it, but it's wrong. It's a fallacy. Now, since November, towards the end, I believe that it will be ours when we went through December unattached. We led for 6 months, I think, or 5 months. Once we didn't lose that leadership after December, especially after Christmas, once we maintained it, I knew we were going to win this one. But also, there are things that showed you. For example, on paper, no team wins the league without a consistent standout player. It never happens. We're the only ones who had it. Mo Salah. None came close. We had him, one player, consistent for goals, consistent for assists from start to finish. We're the only ones who had it, and a team that wins must have that player. We're the only ones with it. 2, it is wrong for people to say other people fell away. Other teams fell away. They didn't. They were never good enough this season. Every team at the start of the season plans for one thing, the league. Every team, the bread and butter of football is the league. When they are buying players, when they're investing money, when they are buying coaches, you are planning for the league. No team starts the season planning for the Champions League. No team starts the season planning for the Europa Cup. No. Teams start the season planning for the league. So, the reason they fell away this season is because they were not good enough. Now, you talk about Man City losing Rodri. I don't know, injuries. Every team, every season faces injuries. Every team, every season has a player who goes off form. It's the nature of football. It's what makes football. There is nothing new in Rodri not being available. Teams have lost their best players. Arsenal didn't have Jesus the whole season. They bought him for a reason. We've not had Joe Gomez. At a time, we didn't have Alexander Arnold for almost 6 games. So the issue of injuries cannot be used as a reason for not winning the championship. You have 25 players, a squad. Man City has been winning 4 times on the trot. It is the same team that wanted to win the 5th. So when did they become a bad team? You gave them all the praises after 4 seasons. The best team ever, the greatest in the Premier League history. They've won 4 on the trot. Ferguson never did it. So that same team returned for the 5th time. How has it become bad? Why now do you find excuses to say something went wrong? It's the same team.
True.
Now, you think Arsenal were good enough to win it? Arsenal were not good enough to beat City in 2 seasons. This season, when they've had the same team, when they've competed, very nearly competed, when they've corrected the mistakes they had, when they have a better defense, when they beefed up with better players, they are 15 points away from the champion. Last season, they were 2 points away from Man City. 2 seasons ago, they were 5 points away from City. Now they are 15 points away from City, from Liverpool. Is it because they're worst team? No, it's because Liverpool has been too good. I don't know whether they're getting my argument. These are the same teams that have been competing. Let's go to Chelsea. Last season, Cole Palmer comes in, the best talent in the world. He's done ABCD. I don't know, the best player in the Premier League. And he has the numbers, everything. That same Chelsea has returned this season. We are 22 points above them. Is it because they're a bad team or worse? No. What has changed with Man United? The same poor United last season, the same poor United 2 seasons ago is the same one season. But you know what? We are 38, 41 points above them. Is it because they are poor? No, it's because Liverpool this season has been too consistent where others have not. Our players have kept their form where others have not. Can I tell you what? Arsenal claim they don't have a striker. I agree, they don't have a centre forward. Does Liverpool have a centre forward who is good enough? Absolutely not. Diogo Jota, disappointing season. Mr. Nunes, disappointing. They're the 2 centre forwards you have. We've won the championship by how many points? 15 above our second forward. What contribution has Jota made on Nunes? Nothing. But who have stepped in? Luis Diaz, Ugkop, Alex McAllister in midfield. Are you getting my argument? To win a championship, there are many elements that get to it. Either you have quality in depth, or your coach is good, or your preparations have been good. What Liverpool has done that nobody realized. Remember, we are the only team that have denied Pep Guardiola a premiership during his time. twice now in his time.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice, Liverpool fell short of winning that title by a point.
Yeah. True.
97 points, 92 points, we didn't beat Pep Guardiola. It means during the Pep Guardiola days, there is only one club that has been good enough to challenge him. So us winning this season, it's not a shock. We are the only team that have been good enough during the 7 years that Pep Guardiola has won to win it. That is why we are the ones who understood the mix. And there is no accident that Pep Guardiola has come out not more than twice, more than 5 times to say he has never faced a competitor in his career as Liverpool, whether in Barcelona or in Bayern Munich. Why? He has been around 7 years to see this team is really that good. So, any chances, any accidents? No. Liverpool winning? Yes. By right, by might, they are the only team that deserve to win this season. And when you win by that gap, when you are 21 points above City, you are just too good that season. Beauty of sports. I think it's simple. They just have to know if you want to be an official supporter. Official means you belong to a formal official club recognized by Liverpool, registered, we have a license, we have a registration number, we are part of the International Supporters Club. That's what brings Liverpool together. If you want to be part of that, formalize your support, become a member of Ugkop, because that's the group that we all belong formally. And to, well, you want to learn how to support Liverpool, Ugkop, you'll find us veterans there to teach you how to love Liverpool. And you want to know why Liverpool is special, come to Ugkop, because we will tell you all about the speciality of that football club. But guys, we are the only registered club in the country. That's pride. That's organization. These are the special things I keep telling about Liverpool. So even here in Uganda, there are things we do that other clubs can't do. That's the uniqueness of the club. So guys, it's a pleasure being part of Ugkop, the formal and official supporters club. And let's have this party that we're going to have on the 25th, I think, of May. Let's all be part of that trophy parade. Let's come. I think it will be here. Let's just pay the subscription. Let's pay the fee and let's be part of that. Let's have fun. Let's celebrate. It's brotherhood. It's sisterhood. It's love for one football club, and the only love that no one can take away from you. Why not? And for those who haven't kids, please give them names that are associated with Liverpool, because then you live as a Liverpoolian every single day.
Thank you so much, Aldrine.
We have come to the end of today's episode of the Premium Passion Hub. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you remember to subscribe on